Let's work on 14C number 3. To do number 3, we need to read all of this right here. Just so you know, homework and tests, they're gonna be well, as far as questions and setting up the question, they are always gonna be this long. There's a lot of information that each question is gonna try to throw at you, so you can decipher basically what it all means and what you need to do with all this information. So when you're doing these homeworks and when it comes to the exam, make sure you read the whole question so you understand, especially because you're trying to set up your null and alternative hypothesis. So you're trying to set up what exactly they're experimenting or what exactly they're trying to prove or test. So it says young men in North America and Europe, but not in Asia, tend to think that they need more muscle to be attractive. It's very interesting. So one study presented 200 young American men with 100 images of men with various levels of muscle. Researchers measured level of muscle in kilograms per square meter of fat-free body mass. So typical young men have about 20 kilograms per square meter. Each subject chose 2 images, one that represented his own level of body muscle and one that he thought represented what women prefer. The mean gap between self-image and what women prefer was 2.35 kilograms per square meter. Suppose that the muscle gap in the population of all young men has a normal distribution with standard deviation of 2.5 kilograms per meter squared. So if young men thought that their own level of muscle was about what women prefer, the mean muscle gap in the study described in exercise 14.35 above would be 0. We suspect before seeing the data, the young men think women prefer more muscle than they themselves have. Right. So we're not doing number 2, but number 2, you should know that your null is always saying that there's no difference. So if there's no difference here, your mu should be 0. Anyway, we're not doing number 2, we're doing number 3. So it says here, what is the value of the test statistic z? Give your answer to 2 decimal places, fill in the blank. I'm going to do this in the calculator just so you save some time. We'll open up our calculator and we'll go to stat, and to the very right column is test, and you're going to use z-test. Alright, so you have the option of data and stat. Remember, data is if you have information on your list or you have information to put on your list. We're given everything already, so we're going to select stats. And this is what I mean, we're given everything because mu naught should be 0, right? So no difference between what they expect and what women actually prefer for muscle. Anyway, sigma is right here, 2.5. And then x bar, the mean gap between self-image and what women prefer was 2.35. 2.35. And then n, let's see, how many? Oh, right here, 200 young American men. So 200. And then the alternative right here for this particular question. So you would expect that the people that are getting interviewed think that they need to have more muscles because they think that women prefer bigger muscles than what they already have. So calculate there, z is equal to 13.293. So give your answers to 2 decimal places, so the answer is 13.29. That should be it. Easiest way to do these questions is solving it through the calculator. But again, you can use the formula z is equal to x bar minus mu over sigma divided by square root of n. You can do this by hand, but I'm showing you how to do it in the calculator just because it'll save you time and grief. Good luck.